nerve system, so our cardiovascular system and how it changes over time, especially with our older adults. But with cardiac disease such as atherosclerosis, hypertension, things like that, can definitely enlarge the heart. So we do have a larger, I guess, not particularly in size, but just in the arteries that are at the heart. Sclerosis, we know sclerosis is the heart does tend to have cause that thick and rigid atrioventricular valves, so it's harder to pump blood from our atrioventricular valve to our systolic valve and stuff like that. There's going to be an incomplete valve closure, and which will then, when we're listening for the heart sounds, you get to hear that systolic and diastolic murmurs. There will be an irritability of the myocardium, which will cause that extrasystolic sinus bradycardia and sinus arrhythmia. Our blood vessels, as they reduce elasticity, that also causes that change to the heart. With decreased oxygen efficiency, you have some symptoms such as angina that we do see common with older adults. There will be a prolonged isometric contraction phase and relaxation time of the left ventricle, which will potentially require a need of a longer period of time for the heart to have that complete diastolic filling and systolic emptying.
Okay, so Faith pretty much got really in-depth with that, so I'm just going to kind of go over it one more time and simplify it down a little bit. Basically, as you age, your heart goes through changes. The valves increase in thickness and rigidity, so obviously things are going to move through as well. The aorta becomes dilated, and then you get the ventricular hypertrophy. As you get older, your myocardial muscle becomes less efficient, much like the rest of your muscles become less efficient, and it decreases in contractile strength, so it doesn't pump as hard as it usually does, which decreases the CO or cardiac output. And that is generally what leads to all of your basic overall perfusion problems.